Follow me, baby, I want to leave if you believe in me.
They're looking to one-shot with Variant Taunt, most likely, so they could even go like Li Ming or something like that, but it's kind of, it feels a little bit futile to ban the Anduin because they picked the Lunara, who at 13 gets her own cleanse for some reason.
Yeah.
So, kind of rough.
Kind of rough indeed. See that Tracer banned away. We've got Lucio Greymane here from 1v1 me, bro. A pretty aggressive setup with the Varian Greymane.
Yeah, it's super aggro, and Greymane can do a lot of camps on this map, so it's a good setup, and it's also Anubarak's really good into a Nubarak because he's physical damage based. But
yeah,
we'll see I don't know if I'm not really sure what their last pick's gonna be though. Be like Li Ming or anything.
Would be nice to get a little bit of range here from 1v1 me, bro, as Greymane does tend to get up in it. Though it's tough to get up in it when you're against Kerrigan Tyrande here. Not through for ManChickens. This is a very aggressive comp, and we got a Deathwing last pick from TV Coffee. I mean, hard to stun that.
Yeah, I mean, it might be hard to stun anything with Lucio potentially going into the high five. Kind of turns his whole team into Deathwings. So if you play tank against a good Lucio, that's like the most annoying thing ever. It's just, it actually feels like you're playing against 5 Deathwings when the Lucio high fives everybody. Kerrigan, though, really super aggressive on Dragonshire, so they're definitely going to be looking for picks, and I think that ManChickens draft looks a little bit better overall.
They do seem to have an easier to pull off win condition. There's a lot of reaction over on the side of 1v1 bro here. It kind of puts the burden of execution on them, but I feel like they've got a lot of the tools to rebuff this plan, but I don't know how easy it'll be for them to execute it. We'll have to see as we load on him in here.
Yeah, I would kind of expect that 1v1 is going to look to have Deathwing and Rexar just sit top and bottom, and then have a 3-man with Varian, Greymane, and Lucio kind of roam around the map. And it's not a bad strategy, and both Rexar and Deathwing can kind of like delay pushes for a long time, but it'll be kind of tough, I think, to actually get kills with that 3-man until level 10 at least, if they don't have Bullet.
Have to see how it goes. Right now I'm seeing that possible audio issues in the chat. OBS seems to be pushing out audio, so maybe refresh over there. We'll keep going ahead best we can. But on the left and the blue, we've got ManChickens. Porky on Hogger, ManChicken playing Lunara, Vin on the Kerrigan. We've got Buds on Tyrande and Shiggity on Anubarak.
And on 1v1, we've got Coffee playing Deathwing, Juan Pablo's playing the Greymane, QTM on Lucio, Nebula on Rexar, and Rhett playing the Varian.
Alrighty, early scuffle here. Is TV Coffee going to throw out that Earth Shatter? See what the back and forth is. They're really coming on strong here. I was expecting kind of a more passive opening here, Justin.
Yeah, both teams just kind of running at each other before the minions even get there. And Vin actually just gets deleted, so even without having taunt on the Varian, that's potentially a sign of things to come for 1v1. That's you really don't want to die there if you're ManChickens to their level 1.
Tough one indeed, is right now. It's strange, why can't the stream hear anything?
Oh no. I gotta fix something on my end as well. I'm having technical issues in my own.
Alright, I'm going to try my best to do a little bit of... I'm going to keep this there for a moment. Why wouldn't audio go through? I've got green bars.
Hmm.
Shiggity getting caught a little bit there. His bottom camp was actually claimed there by 1v1 me, bro. I'm still working on this audio issue. I can't imagine why there would be a problem.
1v1 me playing real aggressive here in the early game, actually just getting the bot knights out immediately, and seems like ManChickens don't have a good response for this right now. The new wreck just goes down behind the gate.
Dang. Big push here in the bottom lane with the Deathwing coming on through. That is the big power of Deathwing in the early game, is you can just kind of walk up to structures. And Brett's going to get a quick taunt there onto Buds. Nice kill. Wow, look at that.
They're angry.
Tyrande down, Well is down. This is a huge, huge push here. Why? That's chat, that's music, that's game. Outputs. Is it working now? No.
I'll just keep going as if it's working, I guess, until it works.
Yeah.
I got Kerrigan getting engaged on here by Rhett and Lucio. Doesn't look like he's gonna go down. Tron gets the mark of mending it, or the level 4 talent on him, and heals him up.
Sorry about this, folks. I am a little bit befuddled right now. They heard the commercial, but not the stream. Brutal.
Siege into bot lane. They've got both the Siege Giants here, and they're sieging up. 4v4s should be, or I guess it's a 4v3, should be pretty bad for 1v1 me. Ooh, Buds does get engaged on, and he does go down.
Yeah, I definitely have no audio. Okay, jeez. Streaming down. I think we're gonna have to, a little bit of a silent broadcast for a second while I'm working on this.
Alright.
Goodness gracious, we got a dragon out coming. Oh, Brett almost went down here. Check my audio settings real fast. Desktop audio. Mic is the broadcast.
Baha said.
Baha's saying maybe it's just because it blinked. Okay, I'm gonna try restarting it, and hopefully that works. So we're gonna stop the stream. And we're going to look for chat to hopefully tell us that we have audio. The early advantage continues here, and Shiggity actually going to get onto the point before TV Coffee can amble onto there. This big choke is serious problems here for ManChickens, but Rhett is actually going to be the first to go down despite the level 10 deficit. Misha in the back mixing it up, but really nowhere to go. There goes Misha.
Yeah, Kerrigan really likes fighting in those chokes. Even though they have Deathwing and Lucio with the high 5, it's impossible to cleanse everything. And
QTM not able to get out of there, but Vin in a lot of trouble. Actually was able to dodge the Deathwing breath and stays alive. Bud's auto-attacking that camp, getting that cooldown reduction for the save. All right, I think we've got, there we goes. We've got Pogs. Oh my goodness.
let's go.
We did it. We have a stream.
Nice.
Don't worry, we'll edit around it in post. It'll look great.
ManChickens really making a bit of a comeback here after the somewhat shaky early game. They get the invade on the Siege Giants, and yeah, they're looking a lot better now. And I think it will be kind of hard for them to kill Varian going forward, as we're seeing they're trying to kill him. But I think if they spend too many resources trying to kill him, they might get turned on.
we're able, that was definitely a lot of resources there. TV Coffee able to get the big fear off. Greymane gonna jump in there onto Shiggity. Porky, nice job with the zoning. Shiggity trying to go in for the stun again. But Juan Pablo able to roll away there. Wow, look at Deathwing, super low here. Porky on the chase. Greymane is going to go down, but trading out for Kerrigan. Cataclysm is going to get Deathwing on back. Porky able to move back to safety. And wow, the tides have super turned here, Justin.
Yeah, this is a pretty huge swing in momentum for sure. They're just going to get the whole bot fort here, which when you have the Deathwing and the Rexar, you really want to be able to keep your top and bot fort alive as long as possible. And losing either top or bot is really, really bad for you going forward if you're the side of 1v1. Me.
TV Coffee is able to keep the top side for now, so it's not going to be an instant dragon. But ManChickens are going to start up their left side bruiser. Uh-oh, Porky going to get taunted here in the mid. Great curse bullet there from Juan Pablo. And Porky's got nowhere to go. Going to try to do a little bit of juke, but that's going to be Hogger going down. Nicely done by 1v1.
Nice pick onto Hogger. Hogger's a pretty hard hero to get the picks on, so that's pretty impressive actually with the limited amount of CC that they have on the side of Juan's team. Oh, but Rexar actually gets going on in the bot lane. See if Lucio gets turn time.
Everyone kind of got stunned at the same time there, but Rexar still goes down. Rhett's able to break out of that cocoon and start to back away. QTM, nice dodge on the Lunar Flare. Big pull back. Rhett is actually going to go down there. I mean, I think a lot of this repositioning, especially coming on out from Vin, is giving them enough time to get through those shield walls of Very.
Yeah, and when you have high five Lucio, it's really good against one very obvious. If there's like a very obvious CC to cleanse, then it's pretty easy. But they have a lot of CCs. They have like AoE CCs as well between the Anubarak abilities. You have Kerrigan for pull and other AoE. You've got Hogger with AoE. Even Charon's E is a bit of an AoE. So it's a lot of AoE CC that makes it a lot harder to get useful cleanses off with the high five.
Definitely seeing that here as we have a mid-game dragon, not terribly powerful, but it is enough to move up and take down this mid wall. Meanwhile, Porky in the top lane has a bruiser camp pushing into Rexar. Gonna need some help up there soon, but looks like Hogger's actually gonna rotate down. This could be trouble for 1v1 me if Porky stays off vision there. Is gonna move forward.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of run the DK in mid and maybe look to get some top push with the rest of them. They're kind of looking for a pick around mid, not getting a whole lot done quite yet on ManChickens. Okay, but they at least recognize that they need to put pressure on top because the Rexar really, really hates it when he loses his fort, so they bring the DK top.
Oh wow, Deathwing's actually going to come on through and try to join this gank. Doesn't get the bellowing roar, but there is just enough damage here to take down Hogger once again. Dragonite is going to get the kick there, so Vin can get out of dodge. Oh, we actually have a heavy rotation onto mid here. ManChickens sticking around just a little bit too long. Can Shiggity get away? Nice burrow charge over the wall. Buds was ready for the save there.
Yeah, and they did split pressure onto mid, so they almost... it's got about one auto attack left on that mid fort.
Oh
so
no, Nebula caught out.
Oh wow.
Surprise rotation from Kerrigan there. And ManChickens aren't going to get the invade, but they might get the fight that they want here. TV Coffee going to cut off with the Molten Breath. QTM just scooting on by with the Tazadar, but look at all that Lunara poison. Goodness gracious, Juan Pablo able to get out of trouble as well. Uh-oh, Shiggity is going to eat a cursed bullet, still has the movement speed to be able to back off. Taunt is enough to take down Anubarak. We're going to see the Chrysalis here from Kerrigan. Is that enough for Vin? Gonna actually try to turn it around. They get a kill onto Greymane, and Vin survives! Oh, but not for long. Rhett with the kill there. Bloodbath. We got a sort of a 2-for-1 after a pick there. Right now, 1v1 is going to start to try to get back onto the field.
Yeah, it felt like 1v1's, all of their HP bars were going low at the same time, but it just felt like there was no finishing power. The Lunara poison, good at getting everyone low, but really, really hard to actually finish those targets off, especially when you don't have your Hogger with you. And you can see that once the Hogger gets there, they can actually fight that, but until he's there, it's really, really difficult to get any kind of fast fight. None of the targets are really great for blowing up, and they don't have the greatest burst either.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I mean, Lunara's burst is good, but it's not so good that it can just take someone down in a global, especially with this this Thornwood Vine setup. which is becoming kind of the standard here. One thing I've been wondering with this patch, do you feel like Thornwood Vine build still works with a nerfed choking pollen?
I didn't see how much it was nerfed. I don't remember the...
I think it only went from 200 to 175.
That's probably still going to be the standard, I would expect. Oh, they do get engaged on, but I don't think they're going to get a whole lot.
TV Coffee goes in there. The boars are unleashed, but a nice disengage from ManChickens. They're going to try to stick... Oh, wow. Buds and Finn are actually hit by the exploding Q. Are going to stay alive, though. They're going to take down the Misha as they continue to try to defend, but that's a lot of minions there. Okay, they're able to step up and clear this away, so they are going to save their structure and continue to move on here. Great stun on Tourette, big pullback. The Unstoppable is not going to be enough. It's going to be tank for tank here as the fight continues. Juan Pablo trying to roll on through, somehow still alive. QTM. Oh, the owl! Oh! Rexar goes down on the top side. Juan Pablo
the dog
dipping.
Still trying. The Kerrigan dog actually gets the kill.
The Ultralist comes on through with the kill. What a chase!
Wow, no one saw that coming for sure. It was just being ignored, and Juan Pablo's just probably like yelling like that guy's a big a big chase. Like,
oh, Lucio getting too cute there in the mid is going to be taken down.
That's a Dragon Knight. Let's see if they tag the Knights here or not.
Nope, they're not going to go for it. They're just going to go ahead and grab this.
The fire comes.
Maybe they're a little worried without a Nubarak. They've got 3 down, though. I feel like they could have done that if they really wanted to.
Yeah, I think ManChicken looked like he just wanted to assert his dominance there, so I'm kind of just looking him in the eyes in the mid lane. Just step up to me. Like,
stay in vision. They must see.
Yeah, witness. ManChicken.
Nice stun there onto Rhett, getting a little bit of that damage off, but they gotta wait for the next minion wave, or else they just give up too much of this dragon's health for free. Oh, it actually... Oh, yeah, I guess it would count as a hero, eh? I was wondering if the Molten Breath would have caused the explosion, but indeed it does. So that's a lot of extra damage that TV Coffee's actually able to put out there.
Yeah, it seems like TV Coffee might actually just be the stronger dragon, which is kind of unfortunate, but he's gotten about half the HP off the Dragon Knight already, just with those breaths. So
a flanking Deathwing, doing some work there as Lucio gets kicked away. Right now, ManChickens, they want to take this down, but I mean, it's hard to get Lunara in range of this fort, especially with TV Coffee just clearing this wave on cooldown.
They're definitely going to want to look for a fight at some point here with their 20s, or try to like just slow siege in one of the lanes, probably the spot lane, because after this DK dies, most likely Juan is going to be able to get level 20 before the next DK, so they're going to want to really push their advantage here with level 20s and see if they can get any picks that could allow them to end the game before the enemy can get 20.
Got the wave collapse here. It did get a little bit diverted, but it is, for the most part, cleared. Lunara trying to get in range for those Thornwood Vines, but is having trouble stepping up. We see the stun combo onto Misha. We are going to see the save. Oh. Wow, big combo out onto Porky. As Hogger is going to be the first to go down. TV Coffee going to commit here. Buds is low. Trying to heal everyone up with the Starfall healing, but will go down.
Oh,
Vin trying to turn it around onto Juan Pablo, but it will be a triple kill here for 1v1 me, bro. And they're going to try to push all the way through here. They've got a minion wave trailing. This structure is already pretty close. They might get keep off of this if they can push hard enough.
Yeah, I'd expect they'll get at least keep here. They've got the Greymane who can siege super well, so they're going to try to get him in. And winning a 5v5 down level 20s like that is pretty impressive and kind of a scary sign if you're a ManChicken, because you definitely don't want to be losing the fight there. That was kind of their window to try to push their 20 advantage, and getting 3 for 0'd down 20s is pretty brutal. We'll see if they're able to get the keep with the Greymane, or if they can keep him off of it.
Got the Cocoon out onto Varian, just creating a little bit of space there. Juan Pablo did go for the Executioner on 16, so we're not full Eager Wolf here, but still Greymane, one of the best building destroyers in the game, even without that talent, so keep is destroyed. We are 20 versus 20. Kerrigan's on the way back, and this is definitely a lot more even of a map than ManChickens was hoping.
Yeah, they didn't really get much at their level 20 there. The Dragon Knight didn't get quite enough. They got about a little less than the half of the bot keep. So things are relatively even overall. A DK could end for both teams, but I don't think it's a guaranteed thing at this point. I think it would be a little bit later into the game that would be guaranteed. They do have bot pressure though, so Porky's going to have to show on the map and split to deal with that. and they're not even confident enough to step up on top for ManChickens. So they're really playing cautious right now.
Shiggity just checking those flanks. We see 1v1 me, bro. They've got a double camp collapse here in the bottom lane. See how much they want to press that advantage here. I feel like they're just kind of fishing in this situation, especially with mid keep up. There's not a lot of room for them to work here. See if it goes to their advantage.
Yeah, they're just looking for a team fight. Looks like it's...
There's the Boar's actually going to come on out here. Misha moving on in with the extra stun. Porky is able to peel away this time. A little bit of extra damage, but Augur will survive. The core starting to take some hits as the Siege Giants are beginning to lock on. Big taunt coming out. The fear as well onto Shiggity is able to burrow charge away, though. ManChickens is surviving this push. 1v1 me, bro, realizing they're out of tools, is going to start to move away. Big job coming in from Augur. Kerrigan warping in as well as Juan Pablo with the movement speed is not enough. Greymane goes down. QTM and Rhett on the edge. Oh, Lucio is so low. Nebula being chased out as well. Augur wants this kill onto Rexar. Vin and Shiggity so low, but look at the... Oh, what a chrysalis there from Kerrigan. Seeing the breath coming in, QTM is going to pop out and go down. What a defense here from ManChickens. It looks like they're setting up to just move on through and take this game.
Yep, that's definitely got to be game there. The clean, oh, almost 5 for... The 5 for... There it is, the 5 for 0 coming out for ManChickens. They hold, they defend. That was a bit of a bold move on the side of 1v1 me, bro, to try to go for that. They definitely could have backed off and maybe went for the DK, but they go for the more aggressive play and they get punished. Vin really did a lot in that fight. He pretty much blinked in onto the backline like 1v5 and almost like half shot the entire team. So that last fight, I think Vin's definitely the MVP for me.
Great job there by ManChickens. Vin getting it done. And it will be 1-0 here for ManChickens. Yeah, I mean, 1v1 me, bro. They pushed down the bottom lane. You saw the tools come out. We got the Curse Bullet Taunt. We had the zoning from the Deathwing. But ManChickens just had the response to all of the usual engagement tools. They're able to turn it around. Just really, really nice. I feel like that would be a great case study defense there on Dragonshire.
Yeah, it was really back and forth game. 19 to 14 kills. That's quite a bit of kills, and especially for Dragonshire, where a lot of the time it's just little individual picks, one at a time, but they were taking a lot of 5v5 team fights, and I'm pretty surprised that Deathwing got as much value as he did. TV Coffee kind of showing why they picked that, because that's a bit of a more niche pick these days. It's got a lot of value.
You get to see a lot, that's true, but like the bellowing roars in the mix there versus this, you know, sort of heavier melee team got some value. We saw just zoning away Vin from the fight, Lunar from the fight with those big breaths. It was a pretty good job, and they almost had it there. I feel like they've got two pretty evenly matched teams here.
Yeah, definitely could have went both ways, considering how close that was at the end there. Either team wins that last fight there, and they win the game. So, yeah, real close, and that's good, because that means that we're going to have a good series.
Excellent stuff. Well, chat, thank you so much for bearing with me through all of our difficulties. FreePX came in with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Red0G and Valerie16 following the channel. I appreciate that. Welcome. And I'm glad we've got the show working a lot better now. So we're just going to be waiting for our next map here. As a reminder, these are best of 3s. So ManChickens on the cusp of moving on. And 1v1 me, bro, is going to need 2 wins to continue here.
I think it's definitely doable for 1v1 me. They put up a good fight, and honestly they controlled the whole early game a lot better than I'd expected. I think they recognized their comp's strengths, which is good, in having the Greymane being able to just kind of immediately go for that bot camp. They definitely had a plan at the start, which is good to see. So maybe if they get taken to a more team fight macro based map, like maybe a Cursed Hollow or something like that, Sky Temple perhaps, they could have more success with that.
Looks like it's actually going to be Infernal Shrines. We just got the lobby here. So gonna load on into that. Make sure you get in there. Perfect. I was wondering if they were going to go for... we got to wait to see who chose the map. I'm assuming this is a A choice of ManChickens. We will see once the lobby mode is set here. But yeah, I was actually really surprised that like a Kerrigan Tyrande comp got bullied that badly in the early game. You know, that Deathwing really makes those early picks difficult.
Yeah, especially by a Deathwing. It didn't seem like they were gonna have much CC. I mean, they got First Blood without even having Taunt on their variant, so definitely a little bit scared if you're ManChickens after that. But they did manage to stay calm and pull it out at the end there. But it's good to see just these teams being so evenly matched, and it's cool to see stuff like the Deathwing, and they seem pretty coordinated with it too. The taunts into having the breath already queued up. Looking pretty good. This is
always
probably
a
a
tough
better
one.
map.
You've
better
almost
map
got to
for
like
Deathwing, too.
call the kill as Deathwing because it takes so long
Yeah.
to get that Q out.
Yeah.
But yeah, really nicely coordinated there. It's like getting all the players on the correct sides. Who chose the map? Oh. 1v1 me actually choosing the map there. Interesting. Alright, we'll let them know the casters are ready. Let me update the map pool. Let's go to the map select screen. That's always a fun screen. We're going to shrines. So 1v1 me choosing map pick and going to shrines. Interesting. I was wondering if they were going to choose map pick and go to Braxis, honestly.
Is Braxis in the pool? I'm not.
You know
I'm
what?
not sure.
It
I haven't
might,
checked.
let me double check. It's
I know it's not in the
not.
CCL one.
Yeah, I keep assuming that like Braxis is just this map that's always in, but it's actually not.
Yeah, it feels bad. I would definitely prefer to have Braxis in over Alterac or
Alterac is in, Volskaya is in.
or Volskaya. Those two maps.
Okay.
Much rather
Yeah, because
have,
I was just thinking,
Braxis.
I was wondering, are they going to do Braxis and this, then try to get Phoenix? But I guess ManChickens has been banning it away. Going to see actually Hogger removed here by 1v1 me, bro. Makes sense for the map. I mean, Corky just showed a good Hogger, and this is, of all the maps, the Hogger map, I think. Besides maybe Alterac.
Yeah, Hogger's a man of many maps, especially these days. He's got the Hog Wild bouncing all over the shrine. Definitely don't want to deal with that. Brightwing is available, and Stukov is banned, so unless they're looking to do something weird, yeah, probably the Brightwing first pick. Unless Buds doesn't want to play it.
Junkrat is
possible.
up.
True.
So 1v1 me, bro, is giving them the choice here. Do you want to go for the Junkrat? Do you want to go for the Brightwing? I feel like it's the Brightwing. I don't know. That's a couple of really good. They're gonna go for the Junkrat. Okay. They're gonna favor the zoning. Do you feel like this is trap build here on Infernal Shrines, or do we just see pure grenades?
Probably trap build. That seems to be just overall more popular these days, especially on Infernal Shrines. I think it's probably just a little bit
The zoning
more value.
around the point is probably pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah. And
Yeah,
they're
the
gonna
chokes
leave
are pretty
the
tight.
Brightwing up. Okay. In favor of an early Johanna.
I think that's just so that they have someone who off the bat can step on those traps. But
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a trap in the draft if ManChickens look to take a Diablo. Diablo matches up extremely well into Johanna, and Infernal Shrines is probably Diablo's favorite map, so I don't know if they'll go with that route, but I think that's pretty scary if they do.
We'll hold off for now. They're going to do the Sonya and the Brightwing here. Bud's locking that in. So it's... Okay, I mean, ManChickens can go a lot of directions here. Obviously, you can go with Leap Dive with Brightwing follow-up. They can just have Sonya doing mostly map things and then sit back with a poke on Junkrat. So there's definitely a few different things that can be done here. 1v1 me, bro. What are they worried about? I feel like they banned the Diablo here. Banned the Tracer.
Yeah, I think they were kind of doing some bullying yesterday for ManChickens with the Tracer. I heard Bud's telling me that he felt like dirty for playing Malf Tracer because it's just so strong. So yeah, I think that's probably safe. They've done their research. I think that's a ban on Vin, trying to get rid of that Tracer, which can't blame them. It's if you're really good at Tracer, Tracer's one of the most oppressive heroes in the game for sure.
Solid ban to be sure. It's gonna be Deckard Blaze coming on out here for 1v1 me, bro. I like the zone coverage that they're showing here. Blaze, really good with the oil slicks at controlling entrances. Deckard, obviously great at controlling the entrances. Shiggity is going to bring that Diablo that you mentioned, which would imply that this is probably a little more divey. But this isn't... 1v1 me, bro, right now isn't really presenting much of a team to be dove into here, so I'm wondering what Vin picks up. It's just going to be the Vala. Okay, so just bring in huge damage from the backline here.
Yeah, it is a little bit hard to sustain a Vala with just a Brightwing. Brightwing's not necessarily the best one at doing that, but Vala doesn't really need to play too aggressive here, and I think they'll just get value. Just having the Sonya and Diablo on the front line being, at this point, relatively invincible. I'm not really sure what Coffee can pick to really hurt the Sonya or Diablo, so that's Mephisto, which I do like Mephisto on this map. There. Yeah, I really like Mephisto on this map, but it might still be a little bit tough to take down the Diablo. I think he might be a bit invincible this game with the Brightwing Z as well, having that % healing. Although they do have Deckard to counter that, so I think, yeah, both comps pretty good. I just hate Johanna early picks.
Just getting everyone onto the correct heroes here. I was wondering why Nebula and QTM were switched. They were not. They were just picking for each other in the moment. TV Coffee moving over to Lunara, putting Juan Pablo 64 on the Mephisto. Everyone else is the same? Yes. Fantastic. All right, we're loading in here to Infernal Shrines. What do you think of these comps, Justin?
I think both comps are pretty good. Besides the Johanna, there isn't a ton of good responses to deal with Junkrat putting traps everywhere. And also if Diablo goes W build, I think it's going to be really, really hard to kill him. He can kind of just... As much as you'd like to dive with Diablo, Diablo, I think, has kind of progressed into being primarily more of a sort of just punishing the enemy frontline sort of hero. It's really, really risky to dive in, and most likely we'll see him just go the W build, where trying to walk into those chokes when there's W's everywhere and there's the potential for a lightning breath in the chokes is really, really scary. And it's going to take him a long time to kill him too, if he goes that route. And yeah, the spell shield's picked up, so the expectation is for the W build.
Let's see how we clash here in game number 2. ManChickens is in the blue, Shiggity on Diablo, Vin is on Vala, Bud's on Brightwing, ManChicken playing the Junkrat, and Porky is on Sonya.
We've got Rhett on Johanna, Juan Pablo playing the Mephisto, Nebula on Blaze, Coffee playing the Lunara, and QTM playing that Deckard.
1v1 me, bro, looking to keep their tournament life alive here as, wow, look at that damage coming out onto TV Coffee. Lunara able to just barely scoot on out of there and get towards one of those potions. Shiggity.
That was 4v5 too.
That was a 4v5. Sonya kind of split early there. We're going to see those rotations come on out. Not a lot of delays so far. Nice poly there onto Rhett to try to slow down the rotation. Shiggity still had the armor, but TV Coffee's on the chase, but can't quite get enough. Yeah, that Soul Shield is going to do... Because that cuts the poison after it's been applied, right?
I mean, it's only when it's active, I think, if that's what you mean. It's only during the duration of the spell shield.
Right, but like Lunara gets the poison going, and then after you hit the spell shield, it still reduces those ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really useful.
Yeah.
I always think of it as like, is it like Warcraft where like you're locked in at the cast tick rate, or like?
No, it's just purely for the duration.
Makes sense. But bottom camp was stolen away there by ManChickens as Juan Pablo trying to get a little bit extra damage there, and look at all that. Oh, Nebula with him there. Shiggity able to get out of trouble. All the while, Vin just working on this left side causer camp here in the mid.
Yeah, both teams, well, I guess not trading evenly camps because you got the bot camp for ManChickens. So slight advantage for ManChickens here in the early game. And Porky being left relatively free to do what he wants in the early game. That's a luxury if you're a Sonya up against Blaze when there's things on the enemy team that could come ruin your day, like Lunara. So Porky's got to be feeling pretty good right now, being able to just do his own thing, kind of chill a bit on Sonya in the early game. Yeah,
it's like when you go into like a Storm League or, you know, just a quick match and everyone just forgets the solo lane exists and you're just like, I'm just going to clear my lanes, take a camp, and just have a good time.
Yeah, it's like hopefully no one notices that I'm Sonya. It's like he's like playing Among Us in the solo lane. That's how it feels playing Sonya these days, because her early game is just so weak.
Yeah, I guess with the slam build taking a little bit of a hit, that's hurt the early game, huh?
Yeah, she's just really squishy too. Like most offlaners, it's
Oh, is Shiggity
almost...
getting there?
Oh,
Oh, Shiggity
Get on
actually
it.
goes for it. TV Coffee and Juan Pablo are coming in here to help, but there's the flip onto QTM. ManChicken trying to step up here. Deckard Cain is going to be the first to go down. We've got a lot of low health bars here. Porky is low. Shiggity somehow still alive, is finally going to go down here, but the trade out for Blaze is good. Look at all these low health bars. TV Coffee is getting chased out by ManChicken. Lunara is down. Polly is out. Can Rhett escape? No! It's a full ace for the price of 2 on the right side camp.
yeah, and Mephisto got a ton of resets in that fight, but it still wasn't enough. They got the Shiggity on Diablo, just hardly got onto the fight just in time, so that, I mean, it's good to see that he was rewarded for that aggression and kind of just catching him off guard, so well played by ManChickens for sure.
I feel like sometimes we see that like sort of first camp of the game, second camp of the game, if there's ever just going to be a full-on bloodbath, just to sort of test, like, feel out the other team. It's like, let's see how an early fight goes. We can, we'll lose a little bit of experience. We'll be a little bit behind on the early objective, but let's just test the waters here. And right now, ManChicken's looking great early on, and they're going to pick up this first objective, no problem.
Yeah, it's almost a half-level lead so far for the side of ManChickens. The invade working out well for them, and now they have Brightwing splitting. We'll see if he actually stays split for any prolonged period of time, or if they look to get him in their bottom or mid soon. Yeah, he goes on mid. The Frozen Punisher is by far the strongest first Punisher. It freezes the fort, so all the other ones, pretty much none of the other Punishers you'll ever get a fort with the first one, but you can get a fort with the first one with the Frozen one if you play it well. Fortunately,
Choosing to
they
split there.
get it.
Sonya did go just full off lane there. Brightwing ending up coming on down, but they do secure the wall with no issue. Uh-oh, Nebula on the edge may be causing an issue. Vin actually sticking around, a little bit greedy there. We are having a small connection issue. We're going to be coming back in just a moment. Fighting, and we're okay. I think we're back. Sorry about that. Somehow Shiggity survived. Many things happened. Diablo coming out at full health despite diving into the entire enemy team.
Shiggity is actually made of titanium in this game. You can tell his health bar
goodness.
hardly moves.
The 10's actually come on in here, and Vin is on the chase looking for one more hit onto Juan Pablo, but oh no, running into the Lord of Terror. That's the Lord. Oh
Meanwhile,
my
Porky's
goodness.
just running it down top as well, so all the things are going right here for the side of ManChickens. Even with 5 members right now, they're unable to take down the mighty Diablo. He's just far too tanky.
Porky is just up here saying, do I really get to do this? I'm just taking down this whole fort here. Rhett is going to try to respond, but Porky is able to get out. Bottom fort going down as well, as we are now 11-9 on levels here. This is, you're able to come back, but you've got a lot of things kind of have to go your way if you're 1v1 Miro right now.
Yeah, it's especially rough because if ManChickens want to, the next objective is where you'd really want to fight for the side of 1v1 me, bro. But if ManChickens decide to, they can actually just look to split push and push for bottom keep during the next objective phase. So they're kind of in a, yeah, just off the bat, since the next objective is top. If it was mid, it wouldn't be so bad, but since it's top, they're in a really, really bad situation, actually. Just their window is a lot less meaningful than they'd like it to be, so they're going to have to try to maybe look for a fight off the shrine.
A little bit of damage coming out there onto Shiggity. You're going to see an Unstoppable coming out as TV Coffee's actually repositioned there. Wow, ManChicken caught him slipping. That's Lunara going down.
A nice boot from ManChicken there on the Junkrat, and all it costs is a Diablo Flame Breath, which he's fine with. All he has to do is not charge in, and he'll never really need to use that until the next shrine anyways, so he's chilling. They push up for mid.
A little bit of damage in the mid here. Good reposition, but Juan Pablo able to slip away. Durance of Hate not going to land there. Nebula is stopped by the trap, so Vin had a couple extra seconds to move up and deal some damage. Maybe overstaying as well. Is able to move back, though. Top shrine activating, but we've got level 13 advantage here for ManChickens.
I wonder if Porky will stay around bottom or if they want him to come to the shrine. He's leaving now, but he's scared. Yeah.
Yep, good
Life of
sense
us,
there. Is
yeah.
able to just kind of whoop, get out of there.
Yeah, they were hunting. I think, yeah, they were definitely worried about that bot push uh, during the shrine, which is basically a lose-lose situation for them if ManChickens decided to do that. But by now they've already gotten so much more so much more XP that they've got they're carrying their talent advantage with them. So 11 to 13, they're gonna have to try to fight down talents.
There's the minus armor out onto Johanna. But look at that Iron Skin just completely peeled away in just a moment. Porky
Ooh.
gonna leap in with a triple on the leap. We see the Falling Sword coming out, providing some of that unstoppable. But look at, wow, huge Riptire value as the core goes down. Well, the core of the team, I should say. There's a quad kill. Nebula trying to get away here, but Porky with the long... Was that a long spear or was that a long animation? What's that talent? No, it's just a long animation.
Yeah, that might have been the world's longest spear.
That was just connected by a heal there. And we got a full ace. We've got a catapult with a shaman camp in the top lane. It's going to be followed by, what do we got? Arcane Punisher. This is looking like it's going to be a fast game too.
Yeah, it's definitely looking that way. Like I mentioned in the draft, I think it's Diablo is pretty invincible, and if you can't kill the front line, it's really difficult. But that being said, they actually just force the engage. Poppy gets the hop in and out on Vin. They're making their stand
turn
here,
it around here, but Brightwing and Vala are down. Shiggity is going to get caught there. Porky trying to peel away. TV Coffee is so low. Porky just going to go in there with the leap and trade out 1 for 1 there. It's still 3 for 1 in this fight as we have the Punisher coming on in to try to help this out. Shiggity getting the pin there, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, 2v4. He's fearless. He's got John Cena to back him up, so he just goes in.
Almost got the Punisher to follow up on that kill there as Juan Pablo has enough regeneration to get away from that. But the keep will stand. I don't know, I feel like, ManChickens were deciding, we're so far ahead that we can try something silly. Maybe it'll work out. Didn't quite work out, but they've still got a 2-level lead even after those late game kills.
Yeah, 1v1 me really didn't like to hear that you said that it was going to be looking like another quick game, because as soon as you said that, they instantly just go for the engage. Oh, Blaze.
Blaze is down. We have the Lightning Breath coming on out here to deny some of that CC, but Durance of Fate's still going to land. Shiggity is cleansed out there. Oh, ManChicken actually taking some hits there from Mephisto, but TV Coffee is going to get caught there. There's the Riptire kill onto the Deckard. Juan Pablo is dancing back and forth trying to trade out, but won't get it done. It's another quad kill. 18-6 on the board here for ManChickens.
Yeah, Death Timers are too low to end, and they're not close enough to top to get the keep, so we'll see what they do. Looks like they're choosing to push bot keep, and probably have Porky get rid of that mid fort, because the next objective is going to be spawning mid, so if they're prepping their win condition, it's kind of... This is a good split, because the next objective is mid, most likely just getting the kills would mean that you can end no matter what, if you're the side of ManChickens, because if you can get one of these keeps down, you don't need the Punisher really at that point, you just play for the Punisher just to get the kills.
Yeah,
see if they get caught, though.
You don't need... You get the kills, you can just go end. You don't have to get the kills and then wait around for them to res while you get the Punisher, right? Makes sense. Makes sense indeed. Porky pushing out the top lane here. We see ManChickens peeling back to just pick up these camps, because why not? 1v1 me, bro. Looking for their 16s to hopefully make what is likely to be probably their last stand on this mid-mortar Punisher. I mean, they could definitely put up a defense after this, but there's going to be a long time if they do survive this next objective where ManChickens just has the 20 advantage.
Yeah, and they'd have to win probably 2 or 3 or 4 fights in a row. So it's going to be the odds are certainly not in their favor, but Porky just goes right in onto Blaze. I think they might have the CC to...
There is the Unstoppable. Nice job using the Unstoppable to get that bunker down. Durance of Fate is going to be intercepted. Diablo just unstoppable the whole way through. Shiggity looking for an option here. Rhett is being chased out. Is going to escape. But can Nebula escape? Oh, Diablo's really actually going to trade out for Blaze. Buds trying to blink on in is going to ultimately go down, but the Vin is on the chase, going to find Deckard Cain there in the top lane. Porky looking to possibly stick around here. 2 for 2. But this still favors ManChickens as we have our next shrine activating.
Yeah, the spread damage between the Mephisto and the Lunara seeming to do quite a lot of work here. I think Porky in particular got a little bit over ambitious there in the fight and kind of went a little bit too deep. Might have baited his team a little bit, but they have to make sure that they spread out a bit, or else they might actually be able to lose still in these fights against the Lunara and Mephisto. It's a lot of spread damage.
Great thing about Heroes of the Storm is you can always find a way to lose. But Lunara's still going to go down here. Porky dodges the Durance and gets out of trouble. It's not a fight I was expecting. I thought both teams were going to try to get back to full strength, but nice pick there from ManChickens. They're going to get Brightwing warping right on back out of the Hall of Storms. Lunara still down for 30 seconds. This is, do you have to fight this right now if you're 1v1 me? It looks like they're going to go for it. Huge sleep from the Deckard. You're grouping them all up here. Juan Pablo trying to spread that damage around. Vin and Bud somehow are going to... Oh no, they moved Nebula into the back. The Brightwing blinks away here. QTM is just being chased down by Sonya. Big stun coming out onto the Blaze.
ManChicken, he used his own ult to knock him into his trap there. That was sick.
That's always
that's really cool.
The Junkrat dream.
The little baby knockback from the ultimate just hit it right into the trap. That was really sick.
Nicely done there. This is going to be a Mortar Punisher going over to ManChickens. They've got the 20 advantage. They've got the player advantage. They don't have a keep down just yet, but I feel like they're going to have at least one or two of them down. Just a minute here.
Yeah, and fortunately for 1v1 me, this is their strongest lane. This is the lane with the most structures still available, so if they are going to defend, this is the lane that they want the Immortal or the Punisher to be in, so they can make their defense, but they've got 10 seconds on Blaze, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle possibly to make it happen.
Brett and QTM doing a good job of zoning, but the time to move back is now. Junkrat just throwing out the endless nades, throwing out the cannonballs, making life difficult back there. Punisher jump is going to come on through. Rhett with a nice bait there, but this mid-keep is absolutely going down. Can ManChickens continue their push here? The objective is basically down already. They could give it a try. Porky moving into the core there. Big root coming out onto Shiggity, though. Can they follow up? There's the Durance of Hate, but it's only onto Diablo, barely losing any health at all there.
Yeah, they might just stay. They might slow siege. They can. They have Junkrat.
Leap comes out. Big stun onto Nebula, who's able to get that bunker. Big sleep from the Deckard as well as TV Coffee going to leap over the backline, but Lunara goes down here. Vin is pretty low, but Deckard Cain is going to be the next to fall. What a lightning breath there from Shiggity, denying the Blaze stun. That's another quad kill. Shiggity is going to survive. Juan Pablo trying to get one last kill, but this is going to be ManChickens moving on. A 2-0 victory.
Yeah, well played by the side of ManChickens. And 1v1 me had some good moments there for sure. Like that top fight was really nice. And if they had that Durance up for the last shrine, maybe they would have possibly been able to win that fight, because that was a really nice combo with the sleep over the wall. But I think Brightwing having the AoE cleanse really makes a play like that pretty tough, especially if you don't have the Durance available. And
absolutely,
yeah, ManChickens just looking real scary.